Thank you, Mr. Chairman and members. The Judiciary Committee has reported favorably on 4 bills to strengthen our ability to keep bad actor foreign nationals out of the United States and help ensure that if already in the country, those bad actors can be quickly removed. Thanks to President Biden and his open border policies, the entire U.S. immigration system is in chaos, starting with the southwest border. When Mr. Trump left office, illegal immigration had slowed to a trickle. The Remain in Mexico policy had all but stopped phony asylum claims. The border wall was nearing completion, and we were actually enforcing court-ordered deportations. On his first day in office, Mr. Biden reversed these policies and initiated the largest illegal mass migration in recorded history. This policy is deliberate, and it's devastating. It's broken the social safety net for Americans. It's packed classrooms with non-English speaking students. It's closed entire high schools to house them. It's flooded emergency rooms with illegals demanding basic care. It's flooded the country with deadly fentanyl. It's locked working families into perpetual wage stagnation and is increasingly consumed the attention of law enforcement. These 4 bills deal with just a few of the dangers that this administration has unleashed by its reckless abandonment of our borders. High-speed chases that are killing Americans, identity theft of American Social Security accounts, drunk driving deaths caused by illegals, and the entry of terrorists into our country. Now let's start with H.R. 5585. That's the Agent Raul Gonzalez Officer Safety Act. Mr. Chairman, as you pointed out, Agent Gonzalez was killed in Mission, Texas on December 7, 2022, while he was pursuing a group of illegal aliens in a high-speed chase. This is becoming an increasing occurrence in our border towns. This bill would make it a federal crime for human smugglers and others to evade Border Patrol agents or law enforcement entities actively assisting those agents within 100 miles of the border and make such offenders inadmissible to and removable from our country if they're foreign nationals. H.R. 6678 makes aliens inadmissible to and removable from our country for committing Social Security or identity fraud. In 2017, now that's before the Democrats opened our borders and introduced the largest illegal mass migration in history, there were 1.2 million cases in which illegal aliens had used Social Security numbers that either belonged to somebody else or were simply fabricated. The Trump administration tried to address this by alerting employers to the suspicious use of Social Security numbers, but Biden ended this program. And since the number of illegals has expanded exponentially since then, it's likely that so too has the fraud. The harm to Americans whose ID is stolen can be devastating, destroying their credit, often taking years of frustration to correct. Yet there's no guarantee that these identity thieves will be removed from our country. H.R. 6678 changes that. H.R. 6679 ensures that aliens who are members of Hamas, the Palestinian Islamic Jihad, as well as those aliens who participated in the horrific and barbaric attacks on Israeli families beginning on October 7th, 2023, are to be quickly removed from our country, and it bars them from any relief whenever and wherever they are encountered. Now, this won't stop the influx of terrorists into this country. Only an administration committed to securing our border and protecting Americans can do that. But this bill does send an important message around the world. If you associate with Hamas, you will get no comfort or quarter here. You are persona non grata, as you should be in any corner of the world that values peace, justice, and human dignity. Finally, H.R. 6976, the Protect Our Communities from DUIs Act, closes a long-standing loophole in U.S. immigration law that has resulted in aliens who drive under the influence of alcohol or drugs not being subject to immigration consequences. Currently, there's no ground of admissibility or ground of removability explicitly related to DUIs. This bill changes that. Now, obviously, not all drunk driving deaths and injuries are committed by aliens, but too many are. For example, just last month, an illegal alien drunk driver was charged with killing a 46-year-old mother and her 16-year-old son. He had multiple previous DUI offenses, and just days before the crash, had been sentenced to probation for one of those prior offenses. Why shouldn't we make it easier to remove such people from our country more quickly? Mr. Chairman, the mass illegal migration unleashed by this administration obviously can't be fixed by bills that won't be signed, laws that won't be enforced, funds that will be used to release illegal aliens but not expel them, or by replacing one leftist official with another. And this is where I may partially agree with the ranking member. It can only be fixed by voters replacing this administration with one dedicated to enforcing our laws, securing our borders, and defending our country. But in the meantime, the House can lay the groundwork for a new administration, and these bills are a small step in that direction. I yield back.